Alright, so we're gonna factor out an r on both of them, so that leaves us with r minus 4. Okay, in this next equation, we can figure out that 30p can be factored out of 30p squared and 390p. So that leaves us with 30p, parentheses, p minus 13. Okay, in this next equation, we can figure out that 8x can go into both 16x squared and 72x. So that leaves us with 2x minus 9. Alright, this is a new form of factoring. So what we do is we make an x and we put negative 4 in the first part and negative 45 in the second part, and we have to find out what adds to be negative 4 and multiplies to be negative 45, and that's 5 and negative 9. So the answer is n plus 5 and n minus 9. Okay, so again we're going to make an x, and so you have to find something that adds to be negative 27 and multiplies to be 182. So that's negative 13 and negative 14. So the answer would be p minus 13 and p minus 14. So here's another equation where we also do the x. So again, we figure out what adds to be 7 and multiplies to be negative 44. So 11 and negative 4 times to be negative 44 and add to be 7. So your answer is n plus 11 and n minus 4.
This type of factoring involves a box. Then you're going to make a box and put the a and c variables in each corner. You're also going to make an x diagram thingy and put b and a times c in it. Once you do that, you have to find which two numbers multiply to be 720 and add to be negative 71. After you've figured that negative 80 and 9 are your two numbers, you put them in the spaces remaining in the box, and figure that 8r can be taken out of 8r squared, negative 80r, 9 can be taken out of 9r, and negative 90, and so forth. The next equation is 7r squared minus 32r minus 60. Okay, so you're going to make your box and put a and c in the corners like before. Then you're going to take b and a times c and make a x diagram, and you're going to solve it. After you figure that 10 and negative 42 are your numbers, you're going to put them in the remaining spots in your box. Then you're going to take r out of 7r squared and 10 out of 10r, and yeah, so forth. Okay, for the last one, we're going to go a little quicker, and we already have the box and x diagram. Okay, so once you figure that 21 and negative 1 are your numbers, you put them in the box and you find which variables come out of it.
Alright, so this form of factoring is called factoring by grouping. So we group the first two together, and then we group the last two together. So we figure that we can factor out a 7x squared on the first one and a 6 on the second one. So we have to do the remaining ones, which equals 7x plus 3 on both of them. So we combine the 7x squared and the 6. So that gives us with 7x squared plus 6 and 7x plus 3. So we're also going to do factoring by grouping on this one. So again, we group the first two together and the last two together and figure out what we can factor out. So the first one, we can factor out a 7x squared, and the second one we can factor out a 3. So what remains is a 5x minus 8 on both sides. We have 7x squared plus 3 and 5x minus 8. This is the last equation. Okay, group the first two and the last two together again. So you can factor out an x squared and a 3. So what you have remaining is 3x plus 1 on both sides. So it's 3 plus x squared and 3x plus 1.